Good morning. It's Thursday, June 14th, Flag Day, 1990. I'm Larry Richert, and this is the Wake Up Show. Brenda Waters is here this morning. It's going to be one of the most entertaining shows we've ever had, especially for the avant-garde. We have two artists here this morning, Marty Warhola and Bill Mogush. Now, Marty is the nephew of the late Andy Warhol and the son of Paul, who has the chicken scratch art that's, you know, making big news. Saw him on CBS this morning, I think, one morning. If that's not enough, first guests are two of Pittsburgh's up-and-coming artists. One of them is the nephew of the late Andy Warhol. He is Marty Warhola, and Marty has teamed up with another artist, Bill Mogush, to continue the silkscreen artwork popularized by Andy. But I want to also mention that Marty, who you're seeing now, is also the son of Paul, who is making big headlines with his chicken art. And you must be, is this something your dad did all his life?
I don't think so. He started about a couple years ago, you know, with the chicken paintings.
Now, what did Andy think of your dad's artwork? Because obviously Andy had all the notoriety at that time.
Well, I think my dad used to mess around with Andy when he was a little kid after my grandfather died, and used to help him with art. He used to put wax onto wax paper with comic books and trace the comics, I think.
And that's kind of where it all got started.
Yeah.
You have a very talented family. What I want to know is how you teamed up with Bill. Now, you call your artwork a collaboration. Collaboration, which means it's two artists work on one piece of artwork. You both sign the artwork. How did you two get together, Bill?
Well, I've always been interested in Andy Warhol, and I knew that his relatives had a scrapyard in Pittsburgh. And I had been in the vending business, so I brought an old vending machine down to the scrapyard, which Marty couldn't buy, and then we met, and we decided to do artwork together.
So Marty said, hey, we can't take your scrap, Bill, but, and then you started talking about art?
Well, maybe we can do art then together.
Just like that. We don't do scrap.
About 2 years ago, Larry.
And some of your artwork is now on display at Metropole in downtown Pittsburgh. And tell us about that. You have quite a few pieces over there that we're seeing.
Yeah, we did a show down there for, Lou Reed came in for his album opening, and we set up a lot of artwork with screens of Andy that we did of, you know, my Uncle Andy, and they're still on display down at the Metro.
Now, what you do, aside from being a collaboration, is also a little different in another way. We'd like to show you part of a rock video that was put together with Phil Harris and the experts on everything. And you call this creation destruction. Tell us about this.
Well, it's, we're trying to say we burn a lot of our artwork because art's treated so much like a commodity. The auction prices are bringing record prices. People are buying art as an investment, and we're just trying to make a statement that they don't have a lot of people don't have feeling for what the artist what he puts into the work. So
see, I've never heard of this before. This is what's really new. Creating something and then destroying it.
Well, Larry, we also do it to make a spiritual statement. I mean, we all pass away. You pass away, I pass away, great art passes away. We just kind of speed up the process a little bit. And it enables you to face your mortality.
How do you know you don't have a potential masterpiece that you're destroying?
Well, we may. And as a matter of fact, Larry, we just destroyed a masterpiece yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yes.
And do we have a shot of this masterpiece? Wait a minute. That could have been the Mona Lisa of the 21st century. And just like that, I'm gone.
That's it, Larry. That's it. You're up in flames.
You don't know how apropos this really is. Well, gee.
I think you might have gotten immortalized there.
Yeah, there's...
Literally burned up.
I'm burned out at a young age already here, folks. You're right, though, about art. I mean, didn't a Van Gogh painting just go for something like $80 million?
Yeah, $82 million.
What would make a piece of art worth that much to somebody?
Well, it's prestige. A lot of people look at art strictly as an investment. And a lot of people are interested in art as part of our culture, but again, is what Marty said, we feel that they look at it too much as an investment. As a matter of fact, the one who bought one of these large paintings had to borrow the money, and a deal fell through. he was hoping he would appreciate and value, and it just fell apart.
Well,
Here's one of the paintings that we didn't burn of Larry Richert.
We'll show here. This is the gift that I got. I am very happy. This is the nicest gift I have ever received, and who knows, maybe I could retire on this little baby in the future. We'd like to have you guys back, and we'd like to have you back with your father, too. I think that'd be an interesting show as well, Marty. Bill, thank you both. And if you're interested in seeing more of their work, stop down to Metropole, or you can call the scrapyard, right? Or do you have another number that folks can get a hold of you?
Well, we have one number. It's 824-9620.
824-9620.
Or 321-9991. And we do a lot of portraits of people, and as you see here,
okay.
We're happy you enjoyed it.
Warhola Mogush. Remember it. You'll never forget it. Coming up, the affordable floors in Mary Rob Jackson's Weekend Report. It's 6:45.
I have never seen that dress you're wearing, or the highlights in your hair that catch your eye.
And now, from Gateway Center, here is John Burnett.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Evening Magazine. Pittsburghers can be proud of is the artwork of the legendary Andy Warhol. And last Saturday, the Warhol legacy came full circle as the family that he left behind in Pittsburgh and the new friends that he found in New York came together to pay tribute to the man down in the Strip District.
Images, those images.
I think it's a nice experience for everyone in Pittsburgh to be a part of something that's a first.
That first refers to the international release party for Songs for Drella, Lou Reed and John Cale's tribute album to Andy Warhol. The only other album celebration takes place in Paris next month.
John Cale and I had thought that there were a number of books out about Andy Warhol that were very negative and gossipy, and we didn't think they reflected the man that we knew. We thought that something should be written about Andy that was very positive, that was written with respect and admiration.
Images.
Reed first met Andy Warhol in Greenwich Village in 1965, when Reed and John Cale's band, the Velvet Underground, was struggling to be recognized. The band nicknamed Andy Drella, and an association with Drella proved just what the band needed to take off.
He had all these great ideas. He was a lot of fun to be with. He was very inspiring.
On this night, the Warhol inspiration strikes again in the atmosphere at the Metropole. The club was decorated with artwork by Andy's artist nephew, Martin Warhola, and his collaborator, Bill Mogush.
My uncle greatly influenced our work in that we use a lot of the silk screens that my uncle used, the silk screen method. But I hope to think that we use, take it into a